Have we seen Mrs. Krabs?
No. Have we seen Mr. Puff? No.
Yeah, she's 100% a convicted murderer.
1, 2, 3, 4.
SpongeBob, have you heard about this one? Have you heard about any conspiracies?
There's so many.
There's a ton.
What's the one that comes off the dome?
I feel like we both. I feel like the two that I'm thinking of, one you're definitely thinking of. So shout out yours.
The one I'm thinking of is that Krabby Patties are actually made of crabs, and because we've seen Mr. Krabs regenerate limbs.
Holy shit, that is not this one, but that's wild.
So he's literally selling himself and just regenerating it.
Wait, hold on. Crabs regenerate limbs. That's a known fact.
Yeah.
Okay, how many crabs do you see besides Mr. Krabs?
Holy fuck.
And what is the shape of the crab of the Krusty Krab?
The Krusty Krab. It's a
lobster trap.
That's what that is?
Or a crab trap, yeah.
Crab trap.
I mean, I don't know what they look like.
They look like the Krusty Krab.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, so what's the implication?
He's killing off his own kind. What's his daughter? Is his daughter a crab?
No, it's a whale.
You know why? Because he's a fucking liar.
To this day, going on like
he's a fucking liar.
He's a liar.
Okay,
it's not his daughter.
Yeah, but
so
going on.
Who is that?
Fuck knows.
Dude, going on 20 years of SpongeBob. Have we ever gotten an answer about what the fuck the story is with that family? I think it's funnier to leave it more.
Have we seen Mrs. Krabs?
No. Have we seen Mr. Puff? No.
Yeah, she's 100% a convicted murderer.
Oh so, yeah, there is a Mrs. Puff conspiracy. I don't
just throwing it out there though. I would. Miss Puff's got it like that.
And
she's kind of stacked up. Like, listen, between you and me.
I mean, that's facts. She probably took to handle that.
I have two.
Mrs. Puff gives me Lizzo vibes.
Okay, but
I have two. Would
ready?
She's 100% that bitch.
Mrs. Puff is Lizzo.
But
my kids would be 50% that bitch if I had kids with Lizzo.
But do you remember that episode of SpongeBob where like she was talking like SpongeBob was like messing with her and shit, and she's like, "Oh my god, I'll have to change my name and move," and she's like, "No, not again." Oh. She 100% murdered her husband.
So you think that one scene is?
So the whole story is like they were like driving, and she got like they were getting into an argument. She got really mad, puffed up, killed him.
That makes a lot of sense.
And that's why she's a driving instructor, to make sure she teaches people right. And Bob should never let SpongeBob get on the road until he's ready.
Oh, and then SpongeBob did crash the vehicle once, and she puffed the fuck up.
Yeah.
So maybe
but that was like she's supposed to be an airbag.
See, maybe that's what happened with her husband.
No, she murked her husband. She
like,
murked her husband when underwent like a whole bunch of cosmetic surgery to get her pins removed, and then just went I
was gonna say she doesn't have pins.
Wow.
There's two other theories that I've heard. I feel like one of them's got to be on.
It has to be. It has to be at this point. Like
okay,
you guys have like 10 million.
There's obviously like Nickelodeon. I hope I don't ruin anyone watching this mind, but Nickelodeon's kind of like a shitty company. Like
with the guy. What's the guy's name? That
Dan Schneider.
Yeah. All the feet shit. Yeah.
Just kind of like a weird. So that show's super sexual. Bikini Bottom has the Krusty Krabs. The sponge is like there's a lot of shit going on in that show. So that's one of them. That like I mean Squidward's nose.
Squidward's like facial structure. If we're talking like the head goes like this and the nose comes like that. That's like if you were to draw that.
If I were to do a handstand, it would basically look like Squidward.
Yeah, that's true. A naked handstand, you have Squidward's
it'd be
face.
Squidward.
Is that how you came up with it?
And then, I was doing a naked handstand
upside down for
all 220 of me is just like, I'm going to do a handstand today.
The Vitruvian man upside down. That's what Squidward's face is.
You guys ever do a naked handstand and just smack yourself in the face with your own? You know?
No, that's never happened once, honestly.
Smack yourself in your own what?
Can't even reach the belly button when I do that, to be honest.
Belly button?
Okay,
I want to reach the belly.
Shout out to the guys that touched their belly button.
Upside down on a handstand.
Okay.
Every guy watching
every guy watching this.
Every character. Is this the one? Every character represents something. Every character represents one of the 7 deadly sins.
What?
Oh, actually,
fuck?
Jen was texting me and she actually put that one as the SpongeBob conspiracy theory. The 7 deadly sins one.
What is that? Do you know in detail what this is?
So
can you give me a couple?
Mr. Krabs
is green.
Oh, what?
Patrick is sloth.
Oh, what's the fat one? Sloth?
Sloth, yes.
Okay. Or gluttony.
Yeah, gluttony, that's the fat one.
I forgot what they are.
Or sloth is like laziness.
But they say the same thing for they broke down, and it was actually pretty interesting. They broke down that and Friends. I think it was like fucking BuzzFeed or something.
The fuck is like? Oh wait, Larry the Lobster. Wait, what's the one where you're like narcissistic?
Pride.
Yeah. So
no, Pride was
Plankton.
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Garth. Plankton's probably envy.
No,
Garth
I'm gonna look this up
when
right
the-
now. Some of those
I didn't know if this was like a no phones situation.
It is, but I don't care. It's my
That's
platform.
fair.
Yeah, someone
Alright.
that up. Yeah,
So,
Plankton's probably Groot.
What's the
envy.
one you have though? Like,
Oh, yeah,
we went through 3 and they were.
Yeah,
Those are the 3 I know.
Yeah, because
All right, ready? I'm gonna tell you right now. SpongeBob is lust.
lust.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is he lusting for?
Do I go into that?
Doesn't he?
Sandy?
Yeah.
Do I read for that? Okay, ready? Okay, I got it right here. So, we're going to go down the list. So, Sloth is Patrick.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Wrath is Squidward.
Yeah.
Squidward hates his life, usually hates SpongeBob, and is pretty angry most of the time. Greed is obviously Mr.
Choose
Krabs.
the clarinet in band class.
Envy is Plankton, because he's super jealous of Mr. Krabs. Gluttony is Gary.
What? Well, because they have one episode of like SpongeBob feeding Gary, so now he's gluttonous.
Well, think about it, because like they always make it's a running gag that they're like, "Oh, don't forget to feed Gary," or SpongeBob's like, "I gotta go feed Gary," and then the one time SpongeBob didn't feed him, he ran away.
Oh.
Damn.
Pride is Sandy because Texas.
I don't get it.
She's just so
She's
proud
so proud of Texas and proud,
she is.
and she's got like the karate medals and shit. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
John, it's funny because they go into this one, they're like, lust for SpongeBob, and the first sentence is, okay, I know what you're thinking. It does seem a little weird and curious at first.
She's got mad holes.
Lust in one definition is excessive love of others.
Yeah, that's like the biggest stretch out of all of them, to be honest.
I mean, to be
Lust for
fair.
SpongeBob.
And SpongeBob seemed like a lustful
And
dude.
then Mr. Krabs obviously has.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Is there another one? Is there any more?
No, there's 7.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 7.
Oh, that was 7?
What was the one you had? Like,
Oh, yeah, finally. The reason why we started talking about... Okay, so my SpongeBob conspiracy is all the characters are survivors of a nuclear explosion.
oh, I have heard that. Yeah, that shit's. That's
So in the
wild.
Cold War, this is actually real. This is actually real. In the Cold War, 23 nuclear bombs were detonated in a place called Bikini Atoll.
Yeah.
Like, that's legit happened. It's a place called Bikini Atoll, and 23 nukes were detonated in that area.
Yeah, it was a testing site.
Bikini Atoll.
Yes.
Okay? Bikini Bottom.
Keep sounding like bikini asshole. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I sound like what?
It sounds like bikini butthole.
Oh, butthole. I didn't even think of that. But like Bikini Bottom, underneath the atoll.
Okay.
That's it.
Was the obvious pun about, just Bikini Bottom not funny enough for you?
What, like the panties? And
Yeah.
I guess so. But like, that makes more sense.
Have
Like
you ever
Bikini
noticed?
Bottom.
Have you ever noticed
It's at the
that all-
bottom of the atoll.
Have you noticed that all the houses in Bikini Bottom are like mufflers that fell into the ocean because they used to dump them there?
Oh, shit! So that adds even more credibility to my theory.
Yeah. Why is it nuclear survivor though? Just because of the name?
That's why they're all fucking talking
That's why they're
fish.
all like, yeah.
Oh.
Right.
That's why SpongeBob exists.
SpongeBob, me boy.
Sponge boy me Bob.
Damn.
So what do you think about that one?
This shit got. That's.
I think that's the most believable one out of all the SpongeBob ones we said. Well, I actually kind of forget what else we said. Definitely not the 7 deadly sins. I'm not on board with that one. at all.
That could have been like. That could have been something the writers were like, how do we build characters? And then they just base one off of each. That makes sense. That's fine.
Oh yeah, the Mr.
That's
Krabs.
something that's obvious. That's like
Yeah.
done over and over again. They did that. They said the same thing with Friends. Like each one of them is something.
Yeah, the
stupid,
Krabby
but-
Patties having crabs, like that makes sense too. I can get behind that. And then the nuclear explosion one, I can get behind that. But the 7 thing, that's like so much of a stretch.
That's just something that I think is like common writing
Yeah.
strategy